All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for logging in to watch the video today. Um, and congratulations on your admission to an ASU online program with the Polytechnic School. So, the agenda of the video today is just to give you an overview of program requirements, graduate policies and procedures, academic integrity. We'll talk about what an IPAWS is. We'll talk about ASU resources and how to contact academic advising, and how to own your experience as a graduate student with Arizona State University. So, we are actually going to start with a quick round of introductions.
Hello, everyone. Congratulations. My name is Thomas Meadows. I am an academic advisor for the grad team. Fun fact, I am a native to Arizona and I am very tall. I stand 6'7". And welcome.
Hi everyone, my name is Yamil Moreno. I'm the graduate advising coordinator. Congratulations on your admission. We are so happy to have you here. Not on the call is Daphne Weaver. She is our other academic advisor senior, and she's also so excited that you guys have been admitted.
All right, and I'm Megan Vaughn. I'm the manager for the graduate advising team. So this is your group of folks that will help you from admission through graduation. We are your academic advising team and here to help you. So please contact us if you do have any specific questions. But moving right along, the goal of this orientation video is to make sure that you know key resources, both on ASU online as well as just ASU as a whole. You'll have a good understanding of what an IPAWS is and how you can submit one, understand university specific policies and your degree requirements, and how to contact your advisor. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about the Fulton Schools of Engineering. So the Polytechnic School is under the umbrella of the Fulton Schools of Engineering. We're one of 8 schools within Fulton, and we have over 1,400 graduate students and over 5,100 undergraduate students within the Polytechnic School. We're actually located in Mesa, Arizona. So if you're familiar with ASU, you may have heard of the Tempe campus if you aren't in Arizona already. But we are actually located in Mesa, which our campus is just a little bit smaller than the one in Tempe. And we offer a wide range of different graduate programs. So this just lists out all of the graduate programs that we have both on campus and online. All right, so for the online programs, we have the MS in Graphic Information Technology, MS in Information Technology, MS Management of Technology, and MS User Experience. And we have 4 doctoral programs as well. All right, and now we're going to go ahead and have a brief intro from our director, Dr. Patterson.
Welcome to the Polytechnic School. I'm Kurt Patterson, director. The world has so many needs right now, and if you're trained in the right way, I think you'll find those to be opportunities, especially for the engineering and technically oriented fields that we have at TPS. Those opportunities will be especially rich if you're prepared in the right way. Now, back in my day when I was a student, I was told that you needed pretty much to go to a good school, choose a good major, and get good grades, and the rest would take care of itself. These days, it's not quite enough. The opportunities are bigger, they're global, and it often requires a different kind of preparation. I think you've made the right choice by coming to the Polytechnic School at ASU, because as much as we focus on cutting-edge, contemporary knowledge, we know how you go to school is as important as what you go to school for. So let me mention 5 ways that an education at the Polytechnic School is so beneficial to you. The first involves how we learn. The second involves systems. The third, communication. The fourth, adaptability. And the fifth, innovation. So at TPS, we know contemporary knowledge is the foundation of any successful career, but it's not enough. There are critical skills and mindsets that frankly only come about by practicing them. So experiential learning is absolutely critical. Engaging on real problems, real projects are the backbone of an education at TPS. The second is an orientation to understanding the system. Real engineering and technology problems are not just technical in nature. They engage real people, real users, real society, the environment, the economy. There are many complexities. We need you to understand all of that so that your ideas don't just stay on the idea table, but actually make it into real solutions, making a real impact in the world. The third area is effective communication. We need the best of your ideas to make real difference. Oftentimes persuading others of the brilliance of your ideas is the critical step. And so whether you're talking to engineers, entrepreneurs, or the public, we want you to be effective in translating the best of your mind to the best of impact in the world. Fourth, we know the world is changing faster than ever. And along with that, the knowledge, skills, the jobs, the careers you'll have are changing faster than ever. The best way to begin to ready for that world is at a school that engages you in real projects, real work, with real partners, to understand that where you started is not necessarily where you end. And the fifth area is principal innovation. As you know by now, ASU has long been a leader in innovation, but we know that's not enough these days. We want you to build today's technologies with tomorrow's responsibilities, to think about the outcomes far downstream of when the solution is put into place. So as you can see, TPS isn't just college. It's a place where you become the kind of professional the world needs, where you're just not cranking out homework problems. You're finding new opportunities, coming up with new solutions, and making real contributions to the university, to society around us, and to the world. On behalf of the faculty and staff at the Polytechnic School, we can't wait to see what you create.
All right, so now we're going to go ahead and jump into some program requirements. So you're admitted into a Master of Science program, which is 30 credit hours. Within those 30 credits, you're going to have different requirements. You'll be broken up into your required courses, your focus area courses or elective courses, and your culminating experience options. More information about your degree requirements can be found on your program-specific webpage and the program handbook. Most of your classes you'll be able to register for on your own, but there could be some circumstances where an override might be necessary and you may have some trouble registering for the specific class that you want. If that's the case, you can always utilize our override request tool. You can also reach out to us and we can help you troubleshoot what that specific issue might be that's preventing registration. And all of our graduate programs have a program-specific handbook. They are located on our website. All of the handbooks will lay out important milestones associated with your program, degree requirements, admission criteria, as well as culminating experience requirements. And as I mentioned, your program requirements are going to be broken up into different subcategories. So you all will have core courses. These are required courses for all students within your program of study. Some of the classes could only be offered once a year, so it is important that you check with advising after admission, just so we can help you build out your schedule. We can inform you if there are classes that are only offered once a year that can help with your future planning. You will have focus area courses for some programs. Management of technology and user experience do not have focus area, courses, but GIT and information technology do. And these are courses specifically in your area of study. So if it's information technology, it's a set of courses associated either with cybersecurity or AI. If it's graphic information technology, they actually call it an area of emphasis. And these are additional GIT courses courses based on your specific interest area. All courses will have elective, or excuse me, all programs will have elective options as well. Elective options do vary in the number of credits based on the program that you're enrolled in. And all of our programs have a set list of elective options that you can select from. Students might be able to take courses outside of their specific program prefix, but electives are reviewed and evaluated by the faculty to ensure that they're a good fit for the program. If you do have questions about your elective options, just let us know and we're happy to walk through that with you a little bit further on what options could be available to you. Okay, and so now we're going to switch gears and talk a little bit about the culminating experience options. There are currently 3 options for ASU Online students. There's the course-based only MS degree, which is for students in the MS GIT program, the portfolio, and the applied project. For students in the MS Graphic Information Technology, you actually don't really have a culminating experience per se. You have a course-based master's degree. So this is 30 credit hours in total with no culminating experience. So it's a coursework only completion pathway. You'll have your specific courses, your core, your technical area of emphasis, as well as elective options to complete your program. All right. For students in the MS Information Technology program, MS Management of Technology program, and MS User Experience program, you have the option of doing a portfolio. Students in MS User Experience are actually required to do the portfolio. It's a 0 credit option, and it's a compilation of 3 academic accomplishments that you've completed as part of the graduate program. What the projects entail could be essays, literature reviews, research, anything that you feel really showcases your time in the graduate program from your coursework could be something that you could include within your portfolio. It is pass-fail and submitted in your final semester through Adobe Sign. With the portfolio, specific instructions on how to submit the portfolio, how to format it, is all located within your graduate student handbook. But again, as you get closer to the portfolio submission, you can reach out to advising and we can help guide you through that process as well. And for students enrolled in the MS Information Technology or MS Management of Technology, you also then have the option of doing an applied project. So students in these 2 programs can select either the portfolio or the applied project to complete their culminating event. The applied project is a 3 credit hour course that you would take alongside a faculty advisor. Students are not automatically assigned a faculty advisor to work with. So if this is an area that you could be interested in, you are encouraged to reach out to faculty probably within your first 2 semesters to have a discussion about a potential faculty match, an agreement to work with you on what that project is. When you meet with the faculty, you do not have to have a specific set of deliverables or scope of your project identified yet. It's really just identifying faculty that will work with you on that project course and having an idea of what that project might consist of. When you've completed the project, it typically will consist of a written document, and a grade of B or better is required to pass the applied project course. Okay, so as an ASU Online student, let's talk a little bit about how you might anticipate your courses to be structured. So there are 3 different class sessions at ASU. So there are A session, B session, and C session. If you think of a traditional semester, let's use spring as an example. It's a typical 15-week-long semester running from January through the beginning of May. 15 weeks, that's going to be your C session courses. An A session course is a 7.5-week course at the beginning of your semester. So again, using spring as an example, it would run January through March. A B session course is another 7.5-week session, but at the end of the semester, so from March through the beginning of May. With these different sessions, students may be able to mix and match depending on how those courses are being offered and what you're interested in doing. One thing to keep in mind, A and B sessions will have the exact same content that you're going to find in a C-session course. It's just going to be a bit more condensed, okay? Some programs do not offer A or B session course options. The MS in Information Technology is an example of this. All of your courses you'll see as a C-session option, which will run the full length of the semester. All other programs should have a combination between A, B, and C. With ASU Online, all of your courses are administered through Canvas, which you'll be able to access on the first day of classes. And there are no scheduled meeting times. So you have the flexibility to log into your class when it's convenient for you. You will have specific assignment due dates, expectations of when things need to get completed, but it would be up to you within that due date to submit that specific assignment. All right, and then as you're getting acquainted with Arizona State University, it is important to be aware of the different deadlines and dates associated with the university itself. So class session start dates, you can access the calendar on your My ASU page, but the class session start dates will list out when those A, B, and C session courses will start. It will list out your add and drop deadlines, your withdrawal deadlines, and the tuition fee and payment deadlines. So these are all crucial deadlines to be aware of. There are many other deadlines that you may need to know about, but these are the most important. Definitely refer to your calendar often to make sure you're up to date with upcoming deadlines. All right, so we're going to skip gears and talk a little bit now about policies and procedures. So we talked just a moment ago about the different deadlines, including drop, add, and withdrawal. And so within Arizona State University, we wanted to make sure that you are clear on what some of the language means. So a drop is a withdrawal request or request to remove yourself from the class before the drop deadline. It removes the class from your current schedule. There's no record of enrollment on your transcripts, and there are no financial responsibilities associated with the drop. A withdrawal is a request to remove yourself from the class after the drop deadline. It does show as a W on your transcripts, which does not impact your GPA, but it just shows that the course has been withdrawn. There may be financial implications with a withdrawal, so just something to kind of be mindful of there. As a graduate student, 9 credit hours is considered full-time status. You do want to make sure that you are updating your profile on your My ASU for your phone number, email, address, etc., so that if advising needs to contact you or another department, we are able to do that. And then as a master's student, you have 6 years from the start of your admission to complete your graduate program. So you can certainly go part-time as an online student if that's more convenient for you. We do understand that there are other outside obligations, but most of our graduate students at the MS level complete within the 2 years. It is important to be aware that as a graduate student, you have to maintain registration every fall and spring semester. And what that means is that you have to be enrolled in at least 1 credit of graduate level coursework every fall and spring. Summer is optional unless it is your admit term. So if you are joining the graduate program in the summer semester, you do need to be enrolled in summer. Future summer semesters are then optional. If you do need to take a break from your studies, though, we understand things come up and you might need to take a pause. Just reach out to us. We can help you on those next steps. You can request a leave of absence, which would allow you to take a break in that semester but remain active, excuse me, in your graduate program. All right, and as we discussed, academic policies are located in the Graduate Student Handbook, but Graduate College also has specific policies associated with graduate students. As a graduate student in general, you are expected to adhere to both policies through Graduate College as well as through the Polytechnic School. We don't expect you to be an expert in these, but we do expect you to reach out if you have questions or concerns so that we can guide you on appropriate steps. And all students are expected to be making satisfactory academic progress towards the end goal of graduation. That means that you are regularly enrolling in your courses every fall and spring, as mentioned. If you're doing an applied project, you're maintaining regular contact with your faculty. If you are assigned a deficiency, you've completed that deficiency appropriately. Again, if you have questions on satisfactory academic progress, just let us know. And then all graduate students at ASU are expected to maintain a 3.0 GPA or above on 3 different GPAs. So we evaluate your overall cumulative GPA, which is all coursework taken past post baccalaureate at ASU, all graduate courses, which is all of your 500 level courses, and your IPAWS GPA, which is all of the coursework on your approved plan of study. In most cases, your GPAs will all be the same. But there are some scenarios where they may differ. So a couple of examples of that. If you are assigned a deficiency class or you're taking 400 level coursework, the 400 level coursework could appear on the IPAWS. You're allowed up to 6 credits of 400 level coursework. So those could go on your IPAWS. They will affect your cumulative GPA as well, but it's not going to impact your graduate level GPA because they're not graduate level courses. If you are assigned a deficiency course, for example, or you just want to take a lower division class just for personal benefit, that won't go on your IPAWS and it won't impact your graduate course GPA, but it does impact your cumulative GPA. In general, at the graduate level, you have to have a C or better for passing your courses, except as mentioned, a B or better is required on that applied project. And on the IPAWS, you cannot have a W or an I grade. You would have to update that if you end up withdrawing from a class. So again, let us know if that occurs. We can help make any IPAWS adjustments. Okay, and academic integrity. As a graduate student, hopefully you are pretty well versed on the expectations for academic integrity, but it generally means being honest and responsible in your coursework, scholarship, and your research. And consequences of academic integrity can be pretty severe. If you do have anything that comes up that you have questions on, again, we are here to provide resources for you. But there is a mandatory academic integrity module that will pop up on your My ASU that you will want to complete. Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about the IPAWS. I know I've brought it up a couple of times already through this presentation. The IPAWS is your study plan to complete your degree program. Basically, it acts like a contract between the academic unit, you as the student, the faculty, and grad college that by completing this set of courses under this culminating experience means that you will earn your degree. You can access your IPAWS through the My ASU under the My Programs section, and you click on IPAWS and then Graduate Interactive Plan of Study. It is important that you plan to complete the IPAWS by the end of your first semester, just so we have a clear plan in place for you. Good news is, though, that the IPAWS is really just a best guess when you initially submit it. So we can certainly make edits to the IPAWS at any point as needed if your plans end up changing. It is your responsibility to enroll in the right classes associated with your IPAWS. If you, like I said, if you end up needing to make changes, we can update that later. But unfortunately, the IPAWS system and registration don't speak to each other. So you would still need to register for the courses each term. And then this is just a quick screenshot of what a completed IPAWS would look like. So as you can see here up at the top on the right-hand side, it showcases all 3 different GPAs that we evaluate. This particular student is completing a portfolio, lists out your staff advisors, your faculty advisor, and then it will list out all 30 credit hours that you plan to complete. Okay, so what can you expect in graduate school? Prepare for success. Even as an ASU Online student, there are plenty of ways for you to get involved and be connected in the ASU community. Get to know your faculty, maintain regular communication with your faculty advisor, especially if you're doing that applied project or any independent courses that you might be taking with them. Read your course syllabi clearly, understand your deadlines and due dates, stay in communication with your faculty if you have questions or concerns that come up throughout the class. If you miss an assignment or a due date, let them know, keep in touch with them. Understand your degree or requirements. So again, reach out to us if you have any specific questions and we can help make sure that you are on the right track. And do understand your first semester is a transition. Allow yourself that time to adjust to it, get acclimated to your classes and to ASU. Where do you go if you need help? Again, as I've reiterated throughout this presentation many times, we are here to advocate for you as your academic advisors. We'll help you navigate from start to finish in your graduate program and connect you with university resources. So if you're not sure where to start, you can definitely start with us. Even if we're not the right department, we will guide you on where to go. And we do offer free counseling services at ASU. So if you are feeling overwhelmed or you just need someone to talk to, counseling services is available to students. All right. So what other resources are available? So on your My ASU page, there are plenty of different opportunities here to connect and see what is available to you. So on here, you can see a little screenshot that you can locate your class search page under the My Classes. This is where you can register for your classes or see what's available. That academic calendar that I talked about is located on here. Academic advising contact information is located. Your iPause, degree information, your priority tasks. So if you do happen to have any priority tasks that come there, you'll want to make sure to read them, take care of any that you see, and your finances tab. Okay, so advising information. So what is the difference between academic advising and faculty advising? So in academic advising, we are here to support you from start to finish, as I've mentioned before, from the admissions process, registration, iPause, all the way up to applying for graduation, getting that culminating experience completed, discuss academic concerns or probation concerns, just basically help and guide you through towards your end goal of graduation. Your faculty advisor, on the other hand, is there to support you on course recommendations for electives that align within your goals. Talk about your focus areas. If you have options for focus areas, they'll discuss that with you, again, to help reach the specific goal that you have for your degree program. If you're interested in doing an applied project, they will talk to you specifically about that scope of the project, what that could look like, and the deliverables. So they are a great resource to help kind of oversee some of those other areas. All right, and as I mentioned, we are full-time professional advisors and we do advocate for you. That is our main goal. We're here to support you in any way that we can. And again, as I mentioned before, if we're not the right department, we will make sure that we guide you to the correct department. We're located on the second floor of Sutton Hall and we are open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30. You're welcome to schedule an advising appointment with us. That link there will allow you to schedule directly through us, but you can also schedule on your My ASU page. We schedule for 30-minute appointment slots, but we also have express advising Wednesdays and Thursdays from 1 to 4, where you can just call in and be seen with an advisor same day. You can email us as well at polygrad@asu.edu or call our phone number listed on the screen here as well. And we just wanted to include our charter. It's really our foundation of who we are as a university. So you will see the ASU charter quite a bit. All right, and that wraps up today's orientation presentation. Thank you all so much for logging in and watching this. Again, we are so happy that you are admitted and that you will be joining us in the upcoming semester. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions, and we hope you have a great day.